Last time on Astronautica.
Our heroes survived the Grafter attack and responded in kind through the subtle and delicate usage of the missile, because of course they did. But now, how are they going to keep Nikiri safe from Pulse? What's Pulse's big plan? Are they going to be able to save the wormhole and Earth? Find out right here and now on Astronautica.
Kyler, you have chased Pulse. I'm going to fast forward a little bit for cinematic
narrative
flair. Yeah. You've chased Pulse through the crowded, bustling at the ship. And she basically waves the gun at the people at the desk, and they back the fuck off. She heads down the tunnel out onto the tarmac. And she starts heading toward the ship that was bound for Mars. What would you like to do, Kyler?
I can only presume what she's gonna go do, so I'm giving chase. I'm gonna say, as I'm running by the desk people, something like, you know, if you all actually have security here, you should probably have them on the tarmac by now, as I'm going after, who's it's.
You do so.
Yeah, I'll take another shot as I'm running with the stun gun.
All right. Shoot and run.
Okay. Oh, hey, come on. Work with me now. How many do I have left? I think I just have 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. Okay. I'm gonna push it.
All right, push away.
It's 1 success.
All right, you do 2 stress damage to her. She reaches the ship.
I thought Nimble had something for sure. Nimble, where you at?
Nibble's right behind you. And Pulse, as you get close, Pulse pulls the gun away from Nikiri and points it at you. And she says, I just wanted to get her off-world.
You're not trying to blow up the wormhole?
I wanted to get her off-world so that she wouldn't be stuck in this hell with the rest of us. And she grabs the pendant from Nikiri and twists it open, slides it, and then freezes and looks up at you.
Oops. Sorry? Is everything okay?
She's gonna take a shot at you.
Can I, yell, be like, the prestige, and perform for the tarmac? So I can get a bonus to this armor?
No,
Yeah,
you don't get a bonus to the armor, but I'm very proud of you. Well. All right, roll for armor.
Okay.
Oh. The suspense.
No success.
How much damage does your gun do?
It only does 1.
All right, you yell, the prestige! And she shoots you, hitting you in the thigh.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
And she's gonna take another shot at you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Roll for armor.
Okay. Damn, son, that's a double snake eyes. That's 2 1s, which is nothing.
Okay.
It's just that.
Just a whole lot of nothing.
Hey. No. I need to take this. Go ahead and do your thing.
What were you about to do?
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about something.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear it. With Kyler? Oh boy.
Yeah, Kyler and thinking are two things that
always end up
I
well,
know.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She shoots you.
I can use it here if I need to. My special trick plan.
Just bust it out.
She shoots you in the hand.
Fuck.
And like shoots through your
Yeah.
hand.
Sorry about that.
You drop your gun, and let's see. Yeah. You will take a -2 to ranged combat and close combat.
All right, cool.
So
that was ranged and close combat?
yeah, basically all combat.
Sure. And that's -2?
-2.
Heard.
She critted. Oh yeah. Also, you take another. You take 2 points of damage. Wait, what
You
is
got
that?
this,
What's the
Kyler.
crit? What's the crit for that guy?
The crit for the gun is 2.
Yeah. Okay. So you take 2 points of damage and a hole in the hand.
And that's for this whole round, correct?
No, an additional 1. So you're at. You took 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage this round. Cool.
Yes.
Kyler is down.
Kyler's down. Oh no. Oh baby.
So I was gonna use the cosmic trees because I haven't done that this round yet, but also I just got shot down. I think I see a hole in my hand and faint or whatever.
Okay. You are, as you slowly lose consciousness, you hear another shot ring out. And Nimble like runs up next to you and like grabs your head and is like, "Hey, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Don't just stay with me. Don't die, okay?"
The mumble.
She says, "Fuck, I really wish. Well, guess it's as good a time as ever." Okay. She takes her hand and sticks it, like she takes one of her fingers and sticks it into your thigh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And she like hits a spot on her arm, and you suddenly feel something coursing through you. You are awake with 1 point.
Okay.
And she sighs and says, "I was really hoping to save that for later, but we'll just add that to the tab, yeah?"
Well, I'm glad you didn't, I suppose. Oh god, there's still a hole there.
Yeah, I mean, you are awake. You are still hurt.
Yep.
So, quickly, Oka, Hazel,
Yeah.
you're standing in front of an alien at the desk, and he stands. He is tall. They are significantly taller than you. They stand about 8 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But they're very slender, very delicate. And he says, my name is Tang Ardell. I am the commanding officer of the Mercy Corps here in Nova Lumo. Why did you steal a mech and start attacking people?
Well, you see, we're on this mission from God, see? No, I'm teasing. No, so there's this group of gafters, I think. They might be gafters, they may not be.
Grafters.
Grafters. I always say gafters. No one can. Oh my God, I've been saying it the wrong this the entire time. My brain is fried from drug use. Anyway, the grafters are here doing stuff. They might not be, but there's a terrorist cell within them, maybe. We had to stop them because they wanted to blow up all the ports. And I am sponsored by J&J. That's Jackson and Jackson, not to be confused with anything else.
He nods and says, right. Well, I suppose that is explanation enough for the moment. Well, you didn't hurt any of our men, and you did save the lives of at least a few of them, so for now, I suppose I will take you for your word. You were able to activate that mech, after all. So, these grafters, what is it that they want to do?
Blow up the ports. But they want to blow up at least our port.
The wormhole?
Here. Yeah, the wormhole. Yeah. That thing. They want to just blow it up, and they want us to be stuck here. I kind of know, maybe. I don't know. They want us to return to our old ways. I don't know. You fucking know what cults do. Do you guys have cults on your planet? You guys have cults on your planet, right?
No, but they are a phenomenon I'm familiar with.
Okay, you guys are probably evolved beyond that at this point, right?
Oh, no, it's certainly not. We just, well, you see, we're a sort of pantheistic... We can talk about this later. You said they're going to blow up the wormhole right now.
Yes. I guess that is of the utmost importance. Also, we have they're gonna blow up the wormhole, and we'll be stuck here. And I'm sure you don't want to be stuck here on this crap shoot of a planet. I imagine Earth is kind of like Florida of the galaxy. Have you ever been to Florida?
No, thank gods.
Yes, well, that's kind of probably what Earth is like. I know you don't want to be stuck here, so we need to make sure that they don't do that. I think we may have.
He smiles, sort of, and stands, or steps out from behind his desk and says, I do believe we should go to the tarmac.
Sure. And also we have a message that we have to deliver from Jackson and Jackson. I don't know if that's vital information, but I'm just gonna tell you everything.
Cool.
I would like to do, like, I don't trust this guy when he said he was taking us out to the tarmac. I would like to, I don't know. I want to see if that's actually his intention is to go to the tarmac.
So, do an empathy roll. There's really no such thing as, like, insight in this system, but do an empathy roll.
So just straight empathy?
Yeah.
Ah, that is 0 successes.
All right. You can't
great.
tell. This is the first time you've ever interacted with an alien. His mannerisms are peculiar, and he doesn't emote. And it is very, very difficult to get a read on him.
He just straight up doesn't emote. Okay, cool.
Well, he does, just not... I mean, basically, you told him there was a bomb. They were going to blow up the tarmac. And it almost seemed like it made him happier. Difficult to read.
Cool. Difficult to read. That seems like the definition of difficult to read.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks out and says, we might be under a little bit of a time constraint, so...
From who?
From the people who wish to blow up the wormhole, as you told me.
Cool. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. That's all.
You don't... yeah, I mean, he's above 7. feet. Why would he lie to us?
Oga's just going off about how tall he is.
So tall, so very 7 feet.
I'm just gonna like nudge her and remind her. I'm just gonna nudge her and be like, "You're not high right now. You don't have to be like whatever this is."
Well, I know that, but like, I sincerely trust tall people. I don't know why. It's a weird thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You, hon.
They haven't failed me yet, so.
All right. Kyler,
Real quick, is her dad tall?
he is tall. He's not like 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's over 6 feet. He's
Just
got
checking.
like
Just
he's
checking
got
to
that
see
like
if the tall people haven't failed me yet thing checks out.
he's got that like powerful sort of Lex Luthor build.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, Kyler, you're back on your feet. And well, you're still on the ground, but you're awake.
Sure, right.
Pulse has, in that moment, gotten into the ship with Nakiri.
Sure. Okay. So I'm getting up off the tarmac, that's for sure. How does one enter this ship? Is it like a standard, like, you know, like with the stair car and...
Yes. The door is currently closed. You lost a little bit of time because you went down. So I had to escalate the situation.
That's not great.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Do I see any way of getting in or on? I don't even know, where am I in relation to the plane? Jet.
You are
Shuttle.
about... shuttle. Yeah, I know. I'm having the same issue. You are about 30 feet away from it. It hasn't started moving yet. It is... there are wheel wells. There's a spot in the back that looks like it goes into the luggage area. That is closed. And you are... there's also, like, the fuel ports, but that would just get you into the, like, inner workings of it, and it's a pretty tight fit.
Sure. Is it safe to assume at this point that the pendant that I have is a detonator?
I won't tell you that, but...
Sure, that's fair. Well, I pick up my stun gun. I don't know if that costs me anything, but I'll pick it up.
I'll give it for free.
I suppose I'll go up and, at the very least, try the door. The luggage side was closed as well, you said.
They are both closed currently, yes.
I'll try the door, yeah.
All right. There is a small... The door is closed and not really able to be open. However, there is a small panel on the right-hand side that looks like you could pop off.
Okay. Yeah, I'll...
You do so. There is a touchscreen there.
Oh boy.
So you could try and hack open the door with Data
I
Spider
would
if you would
love
like.
to. And the whole time I'm just like, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
Come on, beans. Come along, old beans. I rolled
You got this.
one more. Okay. Oh man, my string of luck is running out.
Oh no.
I will. Whatever, I've already got a fucking hole in my hand. I'll push it.
Push away.
Come on. Gotta put a little pizzazz on it. That's one success.
All right, one success. All right, you are able to open the door. You are able to unlock it and get it open. However, halfway through, it is like sort of gets stuck. so you can sort of shimmy in, but it'll cost you like a turn to get inside.
Sure. Yeah. I'll get nimble in as well and get inside, and I'm gonna be like, what were you pulling out of your pocket? Like I was distracting her this whole time, and you just. We need to work on our communication.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sorry. I'm not exactly used to this sort of
Your house blew up.
octane situation.
Your house blew up. Get used to it, Beebs. We're here. We're doing this. God. Next time that I'm talking at someone and you reach into your back pocket, pull out something heavy or blastery and give them a good clunk.
She pulls out from her back pocket a gun.
You have to be kidding me.
It's the shitty fucking it's the like garbage wasteland gun.
Right. Well, maybe we can get within range and you can whack her with it or something.
Yeah.
If that's all that I can do, I get us on the plane shuttle.
You get them on the plane. I'll fast forward y'all a little bit. You arrive on the tarmac. Oka, Hazel, and a group of guards come with you. And you are currently standing outside of the ship. You see in your last little moments, you see as you approach, Kyler and Nimble sort of squeeze in through the door. What do y'all do?
I'll turn to the guy and be like, so those were our associates that just went on board. They're looking for the woman who we think is going to blow everything up.
Yes. What she said. You're just so... Oh, man. We can trust you.
Right. I'm glad that you have said that almost every single yard that we've walked, but I do appreciate your confidence in me.
Would you like to be the godparent of my children if I ever have any?
I have...
It has been settled. Yes. Yay!
He turns to one of the other ones and says, "Is this normal?" And the other one shakes their head.
Yeah, I'm also shaking my head. Just no fucking idea.
He turns and says, "So your associates are on the ship, then we might assume that... Shall we assume that the person that they're looking for is on the ship as well?"
I would imagine that if they went on the ship, I imagine they were following someone.
Right.
Agreed.
He utters a command in a language you cannot understand, and several of the Mercy Corps head out toward the ship. What would y'all like to do?
Do we still have our little communicator beeper things?
You do.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna beep over to Kyler and just tell him that the Mercy Corps are surrounding the ship, but we think they're on our side.
Okay.
Kyler, you get a little crackle on your communicator. And that comes through.
Okay, they have... Pulse has Nakiri. There are guns involved. I don't know where she is. We're inside the we just got inside what I can only presume is sort of a cabin type space.
Yeah. You look around, Kyler, and you recognize you've essentially shimmied your way into a sort of what feels like the inside of an airplane. Everyone has their heads down. Like, everyone is just, like, essentially in, like, active shooter mode, given that there's an active shooter on the plane. And one of them turns and looks at you and goes, "Are you Kyler Morgan Davies?"
Yes, do you need me to sign something?
Maybe later.
Okay, a selfie, perhaps.
What are you doing here?
I'm gonna fucking save your ass. What's your name?
My name is Tim.
Tim.
Oh my god.
Kyler never fanned out, except for that one time when they tried to help and then they got punched in the face. I do feel really bad about that. And I've been like filming this whole time for Snip Snap, and I'm like, Allie, if you see this, Tim and I hope you get better. Love you. Bye.
you selfie with him. So that's the little snippet here. All right, Hazel, Oka, is there anything you would like to do in this situation?
I just want to like make sure that the commander guy, what was his name? Did we get a name?
Yeah, his name. He did introduce himself. His name is Tong Ardell.
All right. I'm just to tell Mr. Ardell that that there's a hostage, not one of our people, but someone we would like to save. There's, long story short, kitchen girl, real sweet, real little. She's great. Pulse has the person we think is gonna blow everything up. She's got Nikiri hostage. There's a lot of guns. The debutante who's inside is, giving us instructions on this. I was going to relay what Kyler said.
You show them the Snip Snap that's already live. It's already
Yeah,
oh God.
live.
Yeah. Yeah, pops up.
Do I even have a cell phone?
I don't know if you do. I'll say it pops up on Oka's thing. I would say it's probably likely that Oka would follow Kyler just in case Kyler got into anything.
Yeah.
He says, right, I see. Well, this is certainly an interesting situation now, isn't it?
Yes. Is it okay if I arm myself?
Oh, I don't see why not.
I will draw 2 daggers.
You do so. He smiles at you unblinkingly.
Hazel is trying not to show it, but she is unsettled.
He pulls out a small pad and starts pressing a couple buttons on it and says, right, well, things are in motion now. Oka, is there anything you'd like to do?
Do I see Hazel being unsettled here? Can I check?
If you're looking at Hazel, are you trying to hide it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, let's do a manipulation versus empathy.
So I'm rolling for manipulation?
Yes, you're trying to hide
3
it.
here.
2 successes from me.
6. I got 1 6.
1 6. All right. Yeah, you can't tell. She's cool as a cucumber. She is cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen this species before, so I'm gonna lean over and sniff them and see what they smell like. I'm just fascinated with this alien race.
I did not anticipate someone sniffing my aliens.
Yeah. It's like, what do they smell like?
More fool me.
Right. I try to do it discreetly, though.
Totally.
Sure.
Alien ambassador, how
smells...
we doing today?
Yeah. He smells like wet stone.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like the smell of what is that called? Petrichor, I think, is the smell of asphalt after a rain.
Sure.
Oh,
Sort of smells like that.
Interesting. Fascinating. So I imagine, I try to start small talk. I imagine your world, you guys don't have much gravity there? Is that why you guys are so tall?
Our gravity is lower, yes. Which...
What is it? You guys have like a binary system of suns, or?
No, it is just the one. It is significantly smaller than the one that your planet orbits around. It's dimmer, too, actually. The light out here is rather bright.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, what solar system?
Perhaps we can talk about this more later.
Okay.
When your
I'm
friends
sorry,
are
just-
not in the middle of a hostage situation.
If they're gonna keep chatting and stuff, I'm gonna try to get into that ship.
I mean, okay, in that case, okay, if you just want to have a convo with this dude, y'all will have that convo. Like, he will start, actually, if this is how we want to go, hell yeah. Hazel, you can start heading for the ship. Oka, he just starts telling you about his homeworld.
Yeah, I peep Hazel going in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll keep him distracted. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sure. He is watching the ship. Like, he sees Hazel going in.
Oh.
He doesn't seem to care.
Okay. So like, what's you guys' philosophy on human beings? Do you like us? Do you hate us? What's the deal with that?
Humans tend to think of themselves as being very divisive. Your concepts, love, hate, such strong emotions, I suppose we tolerate you well enough. You are impulsive and rash, and that makes you exciting and interesting and volatile, prone to bouts of blowing things up, for instance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
your curiosity is one that we appreciate. We tend to value that in species, and you are one of the more curious species that we have ever met. So, in that regard, we like you well enough. Hazel, you make it up to the door. You shimmy inside.
Ooh,
Kyler, you and Nimble are standing there. You're at the back of the plane. There is a plane. You're at the back of the shuttle. God damn it. This is not an airplane. It's not an airport. It's a spaceport, damn it. You can hear sounds coming from the front. There's sort of a first class area that's partitioned off by a door. And you can hear the sound of like banging coming from the other side of it.
Banging, you say?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll press forward if I don't see whose it's here. Sorry, Pulse.
Yes. My beloved NPC.
Who's it's? Yeah, I'm like creeping forward, staying low to the aisles, like I have my stun gun drawn for what that is worth. It's pretty safe to assume that like Nimble's gun is like very da-da-da, right? Like it's not.
I would call it a one-shot wonder if it doesn't blow up in your hand.
Okay. No, I'm still gonna hold on to it. You know what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna put on the pilot's hat, but pull it very low over my face.
You do so. You do so.
Most flamboyant pilot.
Yeah, I'm creeping along. I'm trying to get to this first class cabin, if that's where all the noise is coming from.
Yeah. You make your way down the aisle. It is unobstructed. You reach the door. It is closed but not locked.
I would like to very as stealthily as possible open that puppy.
Roll for infiltration, please.
Right. Cool. That's no successes.
All right. You try to slide the door, and it's actually automated. So you go to slide it, and it goes bing bong, and opens. And standing at the far door, trying and failing to get into the captain's quarters, is Pulse. And she has Nakiri with her, who is like sort of struggling and like
cut out there.
Trying to get free. Sorry, she's got Nakiri under one arm, and Nakiri is struggling and just going, "Let me go!" And she just is not even noticing, and she is just using her metal arm to just systematically punch through the door. And she's making some headway.
Sounds about right.
When that happens, when the door opens, she turns and pulls the gun on you.
I'm gonna dive into
and everyone
the laps
screams.
of my adoring fans.
All right, you do so. Yeah, you dive for cover. I'll let you do that. She fires a shot. Oh! You dive for cover, and a shot rings out, and you sort of check yourself for a moment to see if you're hurt and you're fine. And then you look over and you see Nimble with a bullet wound in her stomach. And she looks at you and says, "Help." And then she just collapses to the ground.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Hazel, you witness this. Oka, you're having a lovely conversation about what sort of plant growth is on their planet. I will actually tell you this because this is an important piece of information that he would divulge, and that there's no way our audiences would listen to. This is a very tense time to reveal this info, but you would get this info. The Jakan live on a planet that is not their home planet because their home planet disappeared.
Disappeared.
Literally vanished one day. They had become they had already become sort of, astronauts. They were out in the stars. They had colonized a couple other planets, and their homeworld just was gone.
Huh.
They call it the Great Loss. The number of Jakan are significantly less than it used to be because of that. Yeah, it's been missing, and there's no trace of it at all. It and its star vanished one day.
So, any working theories or anything that you might... I know it's no trace, but anything?
He shrugs and says, "There are many theories. I wouldn't say that any of them work. Some people think it's some sort of scientific experiment gone awry. Some people think it's something a little bit darker. Some people think it's both. There's really, at the end of the day, there's no telling. It's gone." And
if I had to wager any type of science, I'd say perhaps it was a warping black hole that maybe appeared and then just disappeared. But somehow, how could anything grow that much energy?
The thing is, I thought about that, but black holes do create a signature that would be detectable, and on top of that, they are, well, they tend to be fairly stable. They do collapse over time, but they stay that way for a while and then eventually lose energy. You humans used to think that they never lost energy, but that's simply not the case. But they take a long time, far longer than your species can see.
And you sure it wasn't cloaked or anything, or any type of
Well,
illusion?
if it were cloaked, you could still go to its location and find it.
How peculiar. It's fascinating. I'd love to study it one day.
Well, if you ever find it, you let us know.
Meanwhile, in the background, it's like...
Meanwhile, yeah. Nimble collapses to the ground. Hazel, it is your turn.
I can't stabilize her because I don't have any sort of medicine, right?
Nope.
Look, I'm just gonna run up and try to simultaneously stab, pulse, and get Nahiri out of her arms.
Sure. Okay. So you're gonna make an attack roll.
Yeah.
And you're gonna make an opposed force check against her.
Okay.
I will give you a +1 on the force
Cool.
because
Yep.
Nakiri is also trying to break free.
Do you want me to do the force first or the attack first?
What order do you want to do it in?
I will do the force check first.
All right, you do so.
2 successes.
2 successes. All right, you rip. Wow. You outstronged the strong one.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, you run up and smack her hand away, which is just enough for Nakiri to squirrel away. And she falls to the ground and on her feet and like runs into the corner.
Cool. And then I'm gonna try to stab her.
All right,
Yeah.
Not
roll for
Nakiri,
stabbing.
but you know the
I
pulsing
killed
lady.
Nakiri.
This is close combat, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is no successes.
All right. Yeah.
Do I get to attack one more time?
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Cool.
All right, you do so. And Pulse goes. Pulse is gonna backhand you with it. She's gonna pistol whip you. You can roll for armor, please.
Armor, yeah. Oh, that's one too many. That is no successes.
All right. She smacks you, and hits you across the forehead, dealing 1 point of damage.
I think that actually puts me down.
I think it does put you down.
Yep.
All right, Hazel goes unconscious.
This is bad. That was dumb.
No, that was the totally character move. That's also why I'm sitting here like,
Pulse starts to walk forward towards you, Kyler. Gun forward.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. Give me a minute. Okay.
Can I just say, I didn't really expect this to turn into a full-blown, like, fucking 1970s action movie. Like,
Here we are.
but here we are, and I am very happy.
It's kind of like honestly, it's like almost on 90s, like Keanu Reeves.
Oh
would
my
definitely-
God.
That is true,
so
actually.
right.
It's very
yeah,
true.
it is sort of like a speed thing.
Okay.
Pulse.
Pulse, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And so what I'm gonna do is she's coming towards me is I'm going to fuck. Is there I'm not terribly far from the door because I kind of like leaped into the aisle directly inside of it. Is it possible to get to the door again, or is she's probably gonna be able to shoot, I imagine?
I mean, she will probably get a shot at you.
Yeah, and I'm not crazy about that is the thing. I'm gonna try to.
Well, no, actually, no, she's used... I will say, metagaming, she doesn't have any AP left, so if you wanted to move, you
Okay,
could.
and that's what I was wondering, is if she would even have had enough to do, like, Overwatch or anything, because I know we've touched on this in the past, so I wanted to play around and explore it a little bit more. I am going to run outside of the door. I'm going to half close it, and I'm going to, real quick, say... If you take another step forward, I'm smashing this computer chip.
She, all right. And you have the pendant in your hand?
I have the computer chip.
Oh, that's right, because she has the
Yep.
empty pendant.
Yep.
Right. So you have the chip.
It was in my pocket, and I don't think I've taken it out in my hand yet. No, that's a lie. I will flash it through the half-open door and stuff it away again. Specifically, damn, these things are probably not waterproof, huh? I put it under my hat.
All right, you do so.
That's really dumb. I put it in my pocket. I put it in my pocket. I'm sorry.
You do so. So I'll add a little bit of flavor to this just for fun. As you run out, she gets a couple pot shots in, but they go wide. And they just enter, they just hit various spots. And you slide it shut, and a bullet punches into the door right where your head is, but the door stays. It doesn't go through. You live. And you dangle that out, say that, and then you hear her say, "What microchip?"
Oh, never mind. I don't know what You tell me what's a microchip?
Pulse kicks the door off its slider hinges and knocks you back with it. And you land on the ground. And she raises the gun and points it directly at your head. And at that moment, you hear the sound of something starting up. It sounds like a camera flash powering up. There's this sort of sound. And Kyler, Pulse stops and looks down. And Kyler, you look down as well, and you see Nimble lying there, and she's got a hold of Pulse's leg with her mechanical arm. And she's holding it, and she just goes, "This is gonna hurt." And there's a blast, like you saw before, and Pulse is knocked clean off her feet over you and slams onto the ground. Nimble passes out. The gun goes flying in a random direction. The gun lands at your feet, Kyler Morgan Davies.
I will take that back. You shot me with my gun. You smacked Allie. This is gonna hurt. I want to try to shoot him.
All right, shoot her.
Shoot her.
Shoot her.
-2, so it's 3.
Yeah,
all day,
you gotta.
baby.
You're shooting with your offhand.
Cool, I'm pushing it. Son of a gun, come on. Alright, that's no successes. And I say, ow, that really fucking hurt. As
the shot goes wide, and Pulse gets to her feet, and she grabs your hand with the hole in it and just starts squeezing it.
Oh.
And she, it's also the one with the gun. She grabs the other pistol, the fucked up one that was in your hand, and she pulls it away, cocks it back.
She blows your head off.
I mean, it has a chance. Let's see.
Well, this is highly dramatic. She puts it to your head and pulls the trigger.
Holy shit.
And the gun explodes in her hand.
By my head, too.
Yeah, it's not great for you. But it is, the way this works is basically there's a chance if you roll a 1 when you fire it, it explodes, does no damage to the other person, does damage to you. And it blows her hand off.
Hell yeah.
And she collapses back screaming.
Behold my powers.
Oh my god.
I start a snip snap And I before I do, it's
You
just
do
me. And I'm
so.
like, I want all my viewers to know that there is a content warning for this one. There's some gore and a little bit of intensity and high stakes situations. But hey, just did survive the fucking my first Russian roulette game. What fun! Or something stupid. As like I pull back and show myself from that high selfie angle, and there is Pulse behind me with a blown off hand, I guess.
Yep. At this moment, all of the windows break in the plane. And a swarm of drones that sort of look like spiders, like, just start swarming in. And they're big. They're like a foot each. And they just, like, clamber all over everything. And you can hear a projected voice saying, "Citizens, remain calm.
Just
This is the Mercy Corps. We are here to protect you." And they just, like, are all over everything. And they, like, clamber over Pulse and, like, essentially just start, like, one of them, she's struggling to get them off. And one of them opens up its interior, and you see a hypodermic come out, and it jabs her in the neck. And she struggles and then collapses to the ground. And you are successful!
Oh my god. I'm gonna run over to Hazel, and I'm gonna try to stabilize her. I have a point in medicine now.
Oh, do you have?
Yeah.
You have medicine. Hey, attaboy. Roll. Meanwhile, Oka, from a distance, you saw all of these, like, little spider droids start flowing out towards the plane and just really stealthily, like, go up. And the commander has just been casually talking about, like, animal taxonomy out in the galaxy and all these things. He tells you about this one species of aliens that are lizards that they thought weren't sentient, and then it turns out that they were sentient. They're just really, like, selfish and don't give a shit about anyone else. And he's just like, you're having a lovely conversation.
Oh, are my friends gonna be okay?
Oh, yes, I am sure they are going to be all right. I've been monitoring the situation. Seems everything is fine.
Okay. So anyway, the lizard people, how do they procreate?
Well, so they do care about their own species, but, well, only to a certain extent. It's there's no pair bonding, as it were. They're sort of more, they're called the Andar. They are well, I would call them simple, except they're not. They're just rude. They're simply just rude. You continue to have a conversation. Meanwhile, Kyler, roll for medicine.
I did, and I had one success. I did even push it too.
One success.
Well.
Nice. You stabilize. Hazel, you were just knocked unconscious. You weren't, like, critted on.
Okay. Cool.
You come back.
So I'm assuming I come back with 1 hit point.
You come back with 1 hit point and a very sore head.
Oof.
Hey there, champ.
Thanks.
You wake up to see just, like, swarms of droids.
Smile for the gram. We really pop against this sort of mottled gray swarm, so why don't you just, like, and I sort of, like, position our shoulders a little bit lower towards the camera together, like, back to back, and, like, take a photo for us.
I'm just groaning.
And I tip my
do
pilot's hat as well.
At least you look classy.
You take a picture. It's exquisite, as always, because Kyler only takes good selfies. And, yeah, all right, you do so. Nimble's still bleeding out.
Oh, and sorry, I do go run and help. I want to also try to stabilize Nimble. I meant to do that back to back and then forgot over the span of time.
No, that happens. I mean, you definitely take a moment to snap a selfie before going to help the person who saved your life.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
that's
that's true. I snap the selfie and everything. You look great. I need to see to the small one. I'll be right back. That's more like it. You got to put a little pizzazz on this thing. Like when I throw, I swear to God, each time I've thrown even semi-well today, like I haven't pushed it yet, and I have one success. But each time I've like sort of like put a little pizzazz on it, like I'm rolling at a craps table, I roll a 6.
So you need to like put a little
I
English
guess,
on it,
yeah.
right? Just pow.
Mm-hmm.
So I did
Yeah.
push, and that's 2 successes.
All right. Yeah. You stabilize her. She is alive, but not great.
Join the club, darling. And I take a photo
Yeah.
of the two of us as well.
She, she like looks at you and says, "Okay, I think I need a nap," and then she just like passes out. Nakiri is sitting in the corner, shaking.
Hey, kid, it's okay. I'm not really good with this. Hazel, are you any good at this?
I'll just go over and sit by her
You do so.
and just kind of chatter at her.
You do so. You just like chat, and it calms her down. Eventually, the Mercy Corps like pry open the door, and they come in, and slowly people get off, and they escort you out. And Oka, as the Mercy Corps are going through the plane, you see a ship land. It's fairly small. It looks very nice, very expensive. And a man in a gray suit steps out. He is lanky and blonde, has brown eyes, and he's fairly, it's like maybe 30. And he walks over, like making a beeline to you. As this is happening, Hazel, Kyler, you are being escorted out of the ship. Nimble is also being escorted out. And you come together again. And the commander says, "Well, an excellent job done, all of you. I have to say, I am impressed. It is a bit of excitement, yes, in this otherwise rather boring place. So, for that, thank you. And I suppose also thank you for stopping the wormhole from being destroyed. That would be most dreadful."
And this is the
This is the alien.
Cool, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who
you
not
haven't met
yet.
Kyler. Yeah. Yeah, so you're greeted by a very friendly, unblinking 7-foot-tall alien.
We're going to need some new clothes.
The young man in the man in the gray suit steps forward and says, "I might be able to assist with that."
Who is and who are you? Who is this one?
Well, my name is Jeremy. My client is, let's just say they've been looking for you, and they would love to talk with you.
Who? You've said they there. Whom? Who?
My client would like to remain anonymous until such time as you meet them. There are prying eyes and ears about, after all.
Where do we meet them?
He points toward the ship and says, "If you would just follow me, I will see to it that you are taken care of, patched up, fed, reclothed, watered, rested, anything you need."
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if like Nimble and Nakiri are gonna get taken care of as well.
Oh, yes, you're all welcome.
guess I'll go ask if they want to come with us.
Yeah, you do so. Nimble is like sitting bleeding, and Nakiri is sitting next to her, like sort of bandaging her as best she can.
Oh.
Not doing like a great job because she's a cook, but she's doing her best. Hi. You lived. We lived. And you didn't blow anything up this time.
It's always kind of the goal, even if we don't succeed too well.
Well, good job. Who's the suit?
Is she pointing to the people that are taking us off, that are trying to get us on the ship?
Yeah.
We don't really know. They're telling us we got a ship for us. Y'all want to come?
Yeah, I guess, if you're gonna trust him.
I don't trust anyone, but better than here.
I guess. She, like, struggles to her feet.
Maybe we can get you a new home, too. Out in the stars. Think about that.
Yeah.
Or at least the money for one.
That sounds good. That's, sure. She, and Nakiri, like, head toward the group. The young man smiles, says, "Hail, hail, the gang's all here. So, shall we get going? My client is very anxious to meet you."
This is off-world we're going, right?
Oh, no, not yet, but yes.
We
Very
actually
soon.
we have a shuttle, don't we? Don't we have our own sort of arranged shuttle with Oka's?
It
Oh,
was just here.
Damn.
Yeah, J&J doesn't give you shit.
Fuck.
They did give you a mech.
They did give us a mech.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, can we see if we could take the mech and our C4 back?
We did just like save humanity, just to remind sorry, what are you called again? The Tolls.
Ardell.
No.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Yes, I am Jakani. That is my species.
We saved the Union. Can we not have the mech in the blowsy upsies, please?
Please.
He says, I don't know about that. And the gray-suited man holds up his hand and says, I think that can be arranged.
Oh, cool. Oh, awesome. You're really... Do I know this person at all?
No.
I do like him, though,
Okay.
right? He's good.
I mean, yeah, he gets stuff, but
That's
he's a little shady.
Yeah. He smiles and says, I will see to it that you have everything you need. Just please, my client is waiting.
Is your client Jay-Z the Eighth?
What?
Oh yes, from that empire. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna figure it out.
Well,
Before
it
you
won't
even
be
tell
much
us.
of a mystery. You'll meet my client just as soon as you get on the ship and we head there.
Hey, Vincent, thin ice. Okay.
To whom are you speaking?
You.
Oh, Mr. Morgan Davies, all of life is thin ice. Come on. He heads back toward the
Okay.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's follow him. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go.
You get on the ship.
We
You
hobble
get
to
on the ship. You get on
Uh,
the ship. And the ship takes off. This ship is nicer and faster. The moment you sit down in your chairs, little spidery bots come out of the woodwork and begin to actually patch you up. They heal your wounds, they inject you with things. You watch as your Kyler, your bullet hole in your hand closes back up.
It had to be spiders,
I
though.
stopped dying.
It
It's
couldn't
great.
be. You couldn't design them to look like, I don't know, cats or ferrets or dogs or something. It had to be spiders.
The young man laughs and snaps his hand, and they all sort of tremble and shake and then transform into cats.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
And they
Much
start
better.
patching you up.
And then I turn to the young man and say, do you see any, like, chips in them that can explode?
Chips that can explode?
Yeah. My father put chips in them that apparently will make them explode if we don't do a mission.
Nanobots?
Yeah, they're gonna eat us or
Nanobots,
something.
there you go.
They actually are. They got me off of keto.
Well, I will look into that for you.
Okay.
We can patch you up here. We don't have the necessary tools to do a full scan, but I assure you my client has all the resources you could want. You fly away from the island. You chase the setting sun, and all of you eventually fall asleep. And when you wake up, you're looking at the coastline of America, and you head down toward a specific spot along the east coast. As you get closer, you see a tower, a spire, in the middle of the ocean. It looks worn down, maybe a little abandoned. And as you approach, you see that it has been retrofitted with a helipad and some motion-based energy generators that are using the ocean's current to provide power. You touch down, and the gray-suited man steps out and beckons you forth into the Arc Spire.
But not our Arc Spire.
No, this is a different
It's
one.
on the Pacific coast? East
Coast. East Coast.
Okay.
You've gone far.
Goodness, yes.
You enter in through the front doors to find a scene of mankind returned to nature. What once was a massive mall is now overgrown with beautiful flowers, orchids. Birds sing through the shattered windows. It's a little slice of paradise. You're led into an elevator, and you go up and up and up, all the way to the very top of the Arc Spire, higher up even than you have ever been, Oka, in your own. You break through the clouds, and the doors open into a humble waiting room with a set of double doors, and the gray-suited man walks through them, and after a moment he comes back out and says, "My client will see you now." Do you go in?
Yeah?
All right. You walk through the doors.
I guess I'm gonna look around first and make sure that there's nothing funky. But yeah.
There's nothing funky. It is austere. It is minimalist. Spartan, even. But it's not run down. This is well maintained. You walk in through the double doors, and there's a man standing, staring out at the rippling clouds far below. And he turns, and all of you instantaneously recognize him. It's Charles Crocker. And he says, "Well, you three are very difficult to track down. Have a seat. We need to talk."
What?
What
the fuck?
Hell.
Well, I'll be damned. Looks like they was able to save the wormhole after all. But what does Mr. Crocker want? What are the contents of that mysterious pendant? And what's that weird alien guy's deal? He was messed up. Find out next time on Astronautica.
Hey everybody, Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a ton of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it because it's great. If you like our show and want to support us, please check us out on Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can help us keep this going. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to thank my wonderful players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. They are wonderful and they ruin all my plans, and I literally could not do this without them, so I am eternally grateful. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Shersty Jorgensen, who designed our awesome logo, and also to thank Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime. Anytime you hear a sick bass lick, that's Harrison. He's pretty great, and he's far more talented than I am, so I'm happy to have him around. I also want to take a moment just to thank my wife, Angie Feek, for all of her love and support, and for her continued input in the story. She's already made it so much better, and I'm super grateful. And finally, thank you to EJ Schumacher and Lauren Pratt, our first two ever Patreon supporters. We're so grateful. Seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff. Get in on that. There's unedited shows where you can see how much we don't know what we're doing. You get all of the music from the shows. So if you just want to like listen to some sci-fi ambient stuff, there will be one-shots that we run, and it might not be me. It could be Ian or Ben or Lauren, any of us doing this. So there's a lot of really great content for you to check out. Go over to our Patreon, check it out. And finally, thank you all so much for listening. You guys are great. Stick around. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up.